something that just happened to me this past week, and this is why I think this is a news item. I had Microsoft Office Suite 2019, paid for the whole thing, one-time payment, okay? They turned it off. I can't edit or save any documents now because they've ended support for Microsoft 2019. Now, I'm on a Mac. What they're claiming is that because of the Mac OS upgrades and because they've ended support for Microsoft 2019, now it doesn't work anymore. And I'm like,
Apple went in and turned off the save button in our application. It's not our fault. They hacked our code. We can't save because of Apple. Lies.
So now it keeps prompting me, you can't save this until you purchase a subscription to 365 or get yourself a new Office Suite, a more recent Office Suite, which is really scummy in my opinion. I went on to Google, I went on to Reddit, I went on all these places, and it's a problem that people are experiencing right now. It's been going on for a few months where Microsoft's just like, we're turning it off. You can't use it anymore. Buy a new one. So I'm not buying a new one.
Yeah, just stop using Microsoft Word.
Yeah,
it's not actually a good word processor. If you're working with an editor and that's the only one they know how to use and they're not smart enough to know how to use
that's what I
used
it for.
Yeah, just work with a different editor. It's like there's a lot of editors out there, and some of them are smart enough to learn how to use one of the alternative word processors.
So the good editors are all like 80 years old. That's a different news story.
Yeah, PJ's saying planned obsolescence. This is exactly what it is. They're trying to push you into subscribing to your software.
The subscription is the big deal because Microsoft right now, not just here, is really pushing the subscription model. On Xbox for gamers, they're really pushing the Game Pass, which is terrible for game developers, but it's good for Microsoft. Everyone's trying to pull people into their ecosystems and keep them there.
Subscriptions make sense when you're continuing to add value and features and improvements and refinements. But the reason, Jonathan, you're still using Word 2019 is because if you're using Word 2025 or whatever the current version is, it's no different.
Exactly.
In fact, the differences are all friction, right? They move the buttons around. It's kind of like every year there's a new edition of the business textbook when I was in college because they didn't want you to use the old edition of the textbook, but often they just changed the order of the chapters and moved the sections around so that you were forced to buy the new textbook instead of buying the used version of the exact same book at the bookstore. And it's just like, this is changes without value. It's a really bad business practice. And I think it's really good to choose not to continue sending money to Microsoft to give them a message that this is not a business practice we're going to support. The same with Adobe, which is going the same way. Like if you have ongoing costs, sure, but it's like disabling something that I purchased, taking it away from me that I paid for is a terrible violation of the expectation that you gave when you used the word.
The contract between the customer and.
If you're going to use the words like buy and purchase, there's an expectation that people are buying something and purchasing something. You know, when you're buying a license, then use the word license. That's a verb as well as a noun.
Yeah.
But you didn't use that as a noun. You used the noun buy and purchase, not license, because people had an expectation that they were actually buying something.